It worked. Hey guys, welcome to the Gray State. We're gonna do something a little bit different today. I'm gonna step away from the rounds up into bullet times and do a little bit of a mini review today / unboxing on a handgun that I was just able to pick up. It's not necessarily a super new handgun, it's relatively new, but the color scheme that it's available in is new. So we're gonna take a look at it. I brought out a bunch of different handguns today so you can kind of compare not only the size, shape, contours, but then also kind of do some color matching because I know everybody here likes being Gucci. That's kind of a joke, but anyways, so I am going to do that. It's going to be pretty non-scientific. Some of it's going to be subjective. And then second thing, like I said, this is brand new. I haven't even taken it out of the wrapper yet. We will do that. We'll take a look at the contents in the case. And then we're also going to just start firing a bunch of different random rounds. I've got a hodgepodge here, a mix of 115 grain full metal jackets, 124 grain NATOs. I've got PD rounds. I have no idea what's going to happen, honestly. So that's the game plan for today. It's going to be pretty relaxed and chill. You can't see it, but to my right, there is a little steel carnival over here, and so we're going to have some fun with that. Hopefully I can get the camera angles working right. And even though it's going to be chill and fun, I do want to make it a little bit valuable too, since we're going to see what handgun is in here. And then I will break it down and I'll tell you what round I'm actually firing off. We'll load it up and then you guys will have that. So if we have failures or something doesn't play nice, we know. So there will be that value of it there. I've got a ton of rifle fire going on behind the camera, so hopefully it's not too distracting right now. The other thing I want to talk about is I never really talk about what I do outside of YouTube fame, which is very minuscule, but for the first time ever in 2019, May is National Stop the Bleed Month. It's an awareness campaign regarding bleeding control and hemorrhage and what we can do as immediate responders in our everyday lives to actually be of help. And I think it's something as shooters, for those of us that conceal carry, we're just sportsmen, we spend a lot of time outdoors. So I do want to talk a little bit, and I'm going to be plugging a lot about Stop the Bleed. It's something that's near and dear to me. It's a class that I took, I don't know, 3 years ago when it first came out. And it was super valuable, and it's kind of built on, I'm going to have this entire month, I'm going to be doing more content regarding Stop the Bleed and showing some of this stuff. But so I don't want to steal my own thunder, but I will be bringing more of that type of content to talk about bleeding control and what we can do in the shooting community to help over the next month or so. And if you're totally anxious and you just got to see what's going on now with it, you can feel free to go out to my Instagram. And I hate to say it, but it's a little bit of a spoiler because I don't really talk about what I do outside of hanging out at the range. But my Instagram username is Gray State Medic. All one big word. I know it's a little bit of a spoiler right there. Stole a little bit of my own thunder. But yeah, it's Gray State Medic, and that's on Instagram. So if you want to follow me there too, super cool, I'd appreciate it. I post daily stuff out there, just pictures of what I'm doing, either at the range, in life, or while I'm working. So, if you want, check that out. So with that being said, let me break down the cameras. I'm going to get ready to open the box, and we're going to take a look and see what's inside. All right, let's get at it. All right, guys, without further ado, let's just open this thing up. So what are we looking at today? Well, today we have the Sig Sauer P320 X Carry in Coyote. Like I said, I've not even taken this thing out of the wrapper yet, so let me do that here really quick. Still got the tag on it. There she is. All right. Of course, this is a 9mm. It's a 3.9-inch barrel. The X series isn't super new, but just this year it was announced that it was going to be available in Coyotes. So like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to try and keep this not super scientific, but I am just going to do some comparisons here. So, all right, guys. So as you can see here, this is the Sig Sauer P320 X Carry in Coyote. So like I mentioned, it's not necessarily a super new pistol. The X Carry has been out for a while, but what's new is the Coyote color. So first thing I want to do is kind of bring in some other FDE and / Coyote colors so that you can make a visual comparison between the two, and hopefully it helps you guys when you're trying to think, what's the actual true color of the Coyote. It doesn't matter to me, but when I read the forums, I see people talking about it. For whatever reason, it's important to them, so I thought I would just kind of break that down and give you guys some data points. So first here, obviously, I've got the X Carry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it in the family with Sig first, and I'm going to bring in their Coyote base from the original 320. So when you think of like the Gen 1, Gen 2s, this is where this is coming from. It's the compact grip here. But you can see it's a little bit different than what they're shipping with the Coyote on the XCARRY. In fact, in my opinion, just at first glance here, the XCARRY, the Coyote scheme is very similar to what is on my MCX Virtus. So if you're familiar with that color pattern, that's what you're looking at here. Other things from a color perspective, I'm going to bring in, and also size, possibly, I'm going to bring in a Glock 43 right here. So you can see the XCARRY is quite a bit bigger. When you think of compact, obviously the Glock 43 is smaller than carry size as a compact, but it's quite a bit smaller, especially when you take a look at the width and the overall height. So both, you know, for those of you who are new to shooting and you're maybe looking at your first firearm, these are both 9mm, single stack versus double stack. But quite a bit different in size there. And when you're thinking about concealment, you know, with a name like carry, it's something a lot of people, you know, have questions about. Next one I'm going to bring in is something that I don't know that I've actually ever shown on my channel here at the Gray State, but it's my everyday carry. It's my Gucci Franken Glock. So without further ado, here it is. It's a Glock 19 that's been modified with custom slide, custom barrel, contouring, and an RMR 06 up top and everything else, and some Surgical night sights for co-witnessing. But this episode is not about Gucci Glock here. This episode is about the XCARRY. So size-wise, though, very, very similar. And you can see here that the length is very similar to what a Glock 19 would be when you're thinking about depth of concealment. The actual grip size itself, I don't know how well this is going to show up. However, the XCARRY is a little bit deeper, so I almost kind of liken it to the size of what you would think about if you're a Glock guy, more like a Glock 45 right now. So pretty similar to that. And of course, most Glocks don't have a threaded barrel, so you know, you can take that and crop that out of there if you wanted to as well. All right, next one we're going to be taking a look at is going to be going back to SIGs for the next two. It's going to be a P320 and you can see here this is a full-size handgun. Length and difference right here, you got an additional, you know, I'm going to call it 5/8 of an inch there on the barrel. Contouring is about, you know, I will say the 226 is a little bit more contoured. The XCARRY here, of course, has the more angular cut of the X series of the X series from Sig on the 320. So, you know, again, pretty subjective here. I'm just trying to give you guys a size comparison when you think of the XCARRY versus a full-size duty gun in the P320, which a lot of people are familiar with. It's right here. And then finally, I'm going to compare it to the old Gen 1 P320 TAC Ops. So this is like the big one. So quite a bit longer here in length, almost, you know, 3/4 to 7/8 of an inch longer on the entire slide length. And then of course the height is pretty similar. I will say that the old P320 here, this is also, they're both medium-sized grips, but the 320 here is quite a bit narrower than at first glance than what we're seeing here with the X series. So something to think about for those of you who maybe border between a medium and a large. You know, you might think about sizing down or sizing up depending on where you fall as far as fit, because you do have that ability. So that's the big difference that I kind of noticed right there. Other things, you know, of course, from the original 320 is that the slide stops are a little bit further out, and they're both ambidextrous on both of them, but you lose that little purchase point right there on the XCARRY. You gain it there. Other similarities between the old 320s, just for the sake of, you know, putting some meaningful content out here, you got slide serrations on both. It's a little bit more aggressive on the new XCARRYs, and then of course up on top on the slide you do have slide lightning here, and then you've also got a removable plate for an optional Romeo 1 or a Delta point from Loophole. So other than that, that's basically what we're looking at right here. And now, like I said, I just brought out a whole hodgepodge of ammo. We're going to start loading up some mags, and we're going to just start playing Steel Carnival over here. So let's get to that part. I think that's going to be the more fun of it. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to start sending them. And the first ammo being shot out of this rifle I thought would be super fitting is Sig's Elite practice ammo. So it's going to be 115 grain full metal jacket from Sig Sauer. And we're just going to start sending them down. I failed to mention when I was unboxing this thing that these are 17 round mags. So something to think about as you're thinking about what you're going to carry and how much ammunition you need. It does come with 2 mags. So you have, you know, out of the box, you have capacity to carry 34 plus 2 for each of those. So when you think about it, it's about 36 rounds. All right, here we go. Worked just fine. Initial impressions, shoots great. Super easy to throw the slide forward just using the thumb. I know there's people who like that, some people who don't. I like testing it always. Perfect. All right, let me stop cameras and we'll just throw another 34 downrange. All right, gang, next up is gonna be a Winchester's 124 grain NATO. It's the new version, not the old stuff, but the new stuff out of the 150 round value pack. So, all right, 124 grain NATO. Here we go. No malfunctions at all. This Winchester stuff has a unique smell to the powder that's just unique, you know. It's one of those you're like, ah, that smells good. There's the next 17 of the Winchester. I'm gonna see if I could go a little longer here. I've been shooting these 15ers, you know, I'm about, 10 yards away, 15 yards away. I'm gonna start pushing a little further up to the 25s. It's a little high. There we go. No problem. Okay, gang, now up is this Remington Arms Company training ammo. It's total brown box for, it says for military and law enforcement use. It's 115 grain, full metal jacket. I've never even shot this stuff. So 2 new things here. New gun, new rounds. Let's see how they go. All right, another 34. I'm really liking the trigger on this thing. The flat face trigger, not so bad. I can tell you give up a little bit of accuracy with this training stuff out at 25 yards. It's going to be the Sig 115 grain full metal jacket, the training stuff some more. All right, here we go. There we go again. Oh, out of ammo. All right, let me see if I can do the sequence. All right, here we go. Oh, that made quick work of that, didn't it? Okay, guys, next 17 up, I'm going back to the Winchester 124 grain NATO. This is the old box stuff, though, not the new stuff. So this is the stuff that is actually the true, what I think is the true military NATO. All right, here we go. Another 17. $17 down. No issues at all so far. I'm really liking how this thing shoots, honestly. No complaints. All right, here we go. Flawless. Love it. Okay, guys, from here on out, we're going to do PD rounds, and I'm going to keep it in the family with Sig. First up, I've got the 124 grain V-Crown, and I got 17 of them loaded up. We're just going to start plugging them down. I'm going to just do a couple of them controlled, and then I want to see how they handle, especially the hollow points, if there's any issues with the feed ramps, shooting at speed. All right, here we go. I don't know what that was. No problem. 17 of them just like that. All right, let's go load up the next PD round. All right, guys, next up in the Personal Defense Round Chronicles with the P320 X Carry is going to be Barnes XPD 115 grain plus P. Got 17 of them loaded. Cameras are rolling. Here we go. Hi. Well, that is a soft shooting round for a plus P. A couple of them went a little high, but that last little run at the end there, nice. Never shot that round before in my life. Actually has a nice smell on the powder too, for what it's worth. For you powder sniffers out there. Okay, guys, it's going to start getting a little fun now. We're going to go with the Liberty Civil Defense 50 grain plus Ps. All right, ready to roll? Here we go. Well, it worked. Yeah, we're just chewing it all up today, aren't we? All right, next 17 is a tried and true. It's going to be Federal's 124 grain HST. 17 rounds. I don't know that it was the most accurate round out of here, but it definitely did not have problems feeding. So I'm going to bring out some 147, some heavies. It's going to be the Speer G2 Gold Dot. These are the LE rounds. Go for those 25s back there. Hi, got it. This thing's just eating everything up. No issues at all. All right, here we go. Final 34. This is just FMJs. I'm really liking this thing. This is a pretty sweet shooter. It's a good balance of size and stability, which I really like. All right, last 17 of the day, and then we're gonna wrap it up. So much fun to shoot, guys. Really like it. Okay, guys, I totally lied. I said I was stopping. Those are the last two mags. I put some more in there. We're just gonna keep going. All right, this will be the last 34 because I want to wrap this up for us all. All right, here we go. What a shooter. You know, new gun days are just one of those things that you just, They just bring a smile to your face. $25, end it. That's it. That's the day. All right, guys, let's clean this mess up, and the carnage is done. It had no failures of any kind. Thing's a dream to shoot. Well, you know, as you guys know, I just pulled this thing right out of the box. You guys came to the range with me today, and that's basically it. So, all right, what can I tell you about Sig XCARRY? First day out, absolute success. I'm gonna go home and give it a little TLC. I never told you guys' name. Her name's Ginger. So, a little bit of wear right up here on top already, and then some on the barrel, but other than that, looks like a good day of shooting to me. I don't know about you guys, but all right, guys, I'm just gonna wrap it up right here. Great day shooting today. No failures, nothing like that. And you guys here, you can see exactly how much ammo we went through today. Oh, I love shooting. So anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for today. I don't have a whole lot of other thoughts on it. You guys saw everything in real time as we were doing it, and it looked absolutely great. So a lot of fun today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys got a little bit of information out of it. This one was supposed to be totally chill and relaxed. And until next time, stay safe.